movements in the transfer market for the January transfer windows getting much more interesting now as teams are really keeping their hands and on the players, of course, keeping their cards close to chest. Which players will be moving to which direction? That's a question that's on the lips of every football fan, particularly club football fans. And for a club like Arsenal Football Club, which player are they going to try and sign in this January transfer window? You know how business are done practically by all of these teams. They do their businesses. Okay, let's wait until the deadline day and try to get the players. And of course, when that time comes, they get it on a high, like pay so much to get players that are supposed to get, in the early stages of the transfer windows. We'll see how it goes, how much interesting it is going to be in the course of the January transfer window. We're getting to the end of the month already, so we have just passed the mid-month of January. That's not the only the thing on the menu. There is also going to be some talk about Eric Chell's unveiling by the NFF. I know that one or two of you have got questions. You have what you are thinking about and you'd like to sports update now. I'll start with the transfer news as they are. Welcome back to the show. Haaland brought in Earl Haaland. Signed a contract extension, and it is a 10-year contract. So this contract will now be ending in 2034. All right, that's a big faith in the young striker who really has been scoring a lot of goals since he joined Manchester City, and Pep Guardiola really will be delighted that this move is made. Haaland is expected to score as many goals and break as many records as possible in the Premier League as long as he plays for Manchester City. And I'm sure that Pep Guardiola, who also signed a contract extension last year before the end of 2024, will do everything that he can, everything possible to help the young striker to score more goals. If it has to be replacing the entire team and remaining only Haaland, just bringing fresh players, new players, and more talent to the team. We'll see how it goes with that. Well, Man City have got a game this weekend. Hopefully, Erling Haaland will score goals just to get the fans to believe that yes, the guy has signed a new contract. That's a sign that will score as many goals as possible. And as far as goals is concerned, well, he really has been struggling. Not that he hasn't scored as many goals. I mean, he was the first player to score 10 goals this season with just a few matches played. But then there was a goal drought. But I think he's back scoring goals now. The past 2-3 games now, he's been scoring a goal here and there. So it means that his goal scoring form is coming back. That's good. All right. For still in transfer news, Besiktas have appointed Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who's also known as Babyface Assassin, former Manchester United player and coach, is now Besiktas of Turkey new head coach. Some good news there. And talking about Amad Diallo of Manchester United, now he also assigned a contract extension for Manchester United. So it means that no suitors should come now. And speaking of Manchester United and some youngsters still Napoli's move for Alejandro Garnacho has been blocked by Manchester United, saying they do not want to sell the young stars. They're not ready to let him go. All right, and I also know that Kobe Menu will also not be leaving Manchester United, because Man U have expressed their desire to keep these young stars. But for Marcus Rashford, we'll see how it goes with him regarding his future this 2025 regarding Manchester United, if he's leaving or if he's staying. All right, that's some things coming in from the English Premier League regarding transfer. All right, we'll see. Let's see some more transfer news now and see where we have for Manchester United. More for Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal Football Club. I know that Arsenal have been reported to be on the lookout for another striker since the announcement of Gabriel Jesus to be out for the rest of the season due to the injury he sustained in the last game for Arsenal Football Club. It's been a long time coming. This move should have been made even before Gabriel Jesus got injured. You don't wait for something like that to happen. We have been clamoring for Arsenal to sign a natural striker, not a make-believe striker. Let me put it that way. Yes, a false nine that you've been letting Kai Havertz be for quite some time now. So I hope that they sign a striker before the end of January transfer window, so that they can have a feel good match, and the fans too can have something to believe in whenever Arsenal are playing the game in Champions League. In the FA Cup, okay, they're not in the FA Cup, I forgot. They're no longer in the FA Cup, at least. And the other competition that they will be playing in, Arsenal should have some sort of balance, some sort of relaxation when they have a game, all right? Still talking transfer windows. Welcome back to the show. Still transfer now. Liverpool have been reported to be in advanced talks to renew the contracts of Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk. Liverpool remain top of both the Premier League and Champions League standings, but have made a sloppy start to 2025, winning just one of 4 games. Now they are talking about the contracts of these 2 players now. And that is Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk. They have actually been rejecting bids from Saudi Arabia, to be precise, Al Hilal, for striker Darwin Nunez, and also Saudi champions are eyeing Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk. And I believe this will make Liverpool to do a swift move and make a swift decision as to whether or not they want to lose these strikers. As it has been reported, Liverpool have rejected $85 million bid from Al Hilal for striker Darwin Nunez. Okay, you know what you have, to do everything that you can to keep what you have. That's the story of the day now, and that's a lesson of the day. And regarding Trent Alexander-Arnold, nothing yet regarding that. The club is not saying anything. The manager is not saying anything regarding Trent Alexander-Arnold. All right. Continuing with the transfer window reports now. This is a rumor, and it is said that Osimhen is rejecting Manchester United. Why is he rejecting Manchester United? They have a new manager who a lot of people believe that he can turn things around for Man U. Maybe not this season, but at least they probably will not finish poorly at the end of the season. But if that happens, it means that it's only a matter of time before Manchester United gets back to that top that everyone knows them to be at. All right, we'll see how it goes. It's still a £75 million rated striker who's still playing for Galatasaray on loan from Napoli Football Club. Napoli do not want him, so he has to find a permanent place to go. So what's that? Marcus Rashford has not ruled out joining West Ham United on loan if the move to Borussia Dortmund or AC Milan fail to materialize. Okay, and AC Milan have cooled their interest in Rashford, okay, and are interested in prioritizing the signing of Man City right back Kyle Walker. Yes, Kyle Walker also has been in the news. He's been reported to not be wanted anymore at the city of the Etihad Stadium. Yes, at Manchester City. All right, Liverpool are also prepared to offer Federico Chiesa, Wataru Endo, and Harvey Elliott to Real Sociedad in a bid to cheapen the deal for the Japanese sensation Takefusa Kubo, who has been identified to replace Mo Salah in case Mo Salah leaves. Okay, those are rumors, as I said, not necessarily to be true. So continue with the transfer news and reports now. Arsenal are reportedly to be closing in on Victor Gyökeres as concerns rises. Striker agent speaks out. Okay, Arsenal are really pressing some people's necks now. Oh yeah, bring him. Let us have him. Okay, it's about time for Arsenal. It's about time that Arsenal did what is good. All right. Regarding Gabriel Jesus' long-term injury, there is no future for any striker. No sign that Arsenal have got something to say or to show for it in terms of striker. So they need to sign, as I said earlier, they need to sign a striker as soon as possible, particularly in the January transfer windows. All right, that's about it for January for transfer news and reports on the show Sports Strip. You're still listening to Sports Strip. I'll be back for the talk of the day, of course, which is Eric Chelsea unveiling as Nigeria's new head coach. Welcome back to the show. You're still listening to Sports Strip on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Trying to get some more of the reports regarding Eric Shell and the NFF. And I know that the NFF and JJ Okocha are at it. And I think it's about the appointment of the Malian former national coach, Eric Shell. But this is it. He has been unveiled to be the new coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Yes, some people are excited that at least finally we have a coach. And some are saying, what really is this guy's achievement? What has been his achievement? What has he done that's tangible, that you can point at to say, okay, this is someone that you have to give a chance. You have to give him a trial. And as a matter of trial, the Super Eagles is not a team that you use as a trial for a manager who has not achieved anything. We've been trying it in the past. We did it with Pesero. I know that probably is a case for some people that, okay, we did it with Jose Peseiro. At least we got to the final of the African Cup of Nations. Not that Jose Peseiro won something tangible or any major trophy with his previous or in his previous job capacity. So probably they are saying, okay, this thing and that. But we are at that stage that we need to qualify for the FIFA World Cup in 2026. Nigeria is a nation, a footballing nation on the continent of Africa. As a matter of fact, in the world, we are a popular nation when it comes to football. We are respected. We've had great players that have gone through the Super Eagles in the past that have done some things with the Super Eagles. Their names are inked in the history books. Their names are inscribed on statues everywhere in the world. Their names are mentioned. You go to YouTube, you get to watch their games, previous matches, their respective clubs, or even while playing for national teams. So we are not a team. We are not a footballing nation where you get to pick a coach from somewhere and say, okay, let's just give him a try. We've done it before. We got to the final. It was heartbreaking that we didn't get to lift that trophy. But then Eric Shell, okay, I might be wrong. A lot of us might be wrong about Eric Shell. Yeah, he didn't get to the final with Mali in Ivory Coast. With Nigeria, he just might win the trophy. We don't know, right? But until then, when you are doing something, when you are picking someone for a professional job or a job that you know that a lot of reactions, a lot of emotions are dependent on, you don't go for a all right. You just don't pick anybody. So, well, it says he's been unveiled. What are our expectations from this guy regarding his job? He has FIFA World Cup qualifiers in March to coach the Super Eagles ahead of and for. We'll see how that pans out. We can still qualify. It is important that we qualify. We missed out of Qatar 2022. We cannot still miss out. We cannot be mentioned when it comes to football, and someone says, as long as it's Nigeria, don't worry, we have it covered. We cannot be afraid for Nigeria. So I'm asking you, as you are listening, I'm asking you right now, what are your thoughts on Eric Shell's unveiling an appointment as the new head coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria? Do you think we should just go with the flow? It's not like we can't change NFF's mind. They are not a football administration that you can just protest and they change their mind and say, okay, sorry, we have to let you go. And in fact, the decision has been made already. The contracts have been signed. Nothing can be done regarding that. All right, but I still want your thought. What do you think about Eric Shell? How do you think we should react? How do you think we should approach his stay with the Super Eagles? If we qualify, that's fantastic. It means even his CV will be boosted in respect of his achievements. Yes, to qualify, and if we go far in AFCON 2025, of course, it also means that his CV is still boosted either way. All right, everything goes well for him if he does well also for Nigeria as the new head coach of the Super Eagles. All right, let's talk about traffic update now. I will come back to take calls, but the number is 0809 9120 777. 0809 9120 777. You can send me a WhatsApp message if you cannot make a call. All right, I will be here to read the messages and also take your calls. 0809 9120 777. All right, after this traffic update, I'll go straight to the Australian Open and, of course, the matches to come this weekend. Okay, from the reports that I read out, based on the live camera update, still the same, free in and out. Bagada Expressway, Charlie Boy bus stop is good. Oshodia Papa Expressway, also by Redemption Crescent, is good. Bagada Phase 2 by Sunday Ogunyade is free. The Abayomi Fini Park, just right there, is also good to go. Agboyi Agboyi Road rather is good by Celestial Avenue is good. All right, in and out. Some more. Everywhere else is fine. Bagada Expressway, as I said, is good in and out. All right, that's some good news coming in from there. Okay, let's talk Australian Open now. I know that Emma Raducanu has been knocked out by world number 2 Iga Swiatek. World number 2 versus British number 2. It didn't end well for Emma Raducanu. Unfortunately for her, she had planned to at least go for, even if she could not win the Australian Open this 2025, but at least to go for. But the road ended. The road was blocked even in the third round by world number 2. The game ended 6-1, 6-love. What a thrashing it was. Yes, it was really a thrashing, whitewashing. Okay, moving on from there now. Naomi Osaka had to retire because of an injury, but she had already lost the first set. But unfortunately, the 6-time winner, major winners, has been knocked out. No, not 6-time. Iga Swiatek is 6-time major winners. The former US Open champion, and of course, more Grand Slams she's won. Talking about Naomi Osaka had to retire, and then the walkover given to our opponent. All right, and now talking about the men's category, Yannick Sinner will be playing today. Olga Rune also will be playing today. Taylor Fritz is gone. He has been knocked out, unfortunately for him. But this is the stage, third round, where big players meet other big players. This is not like the first round where you have some underdogs, so to say, no disrespect, meet big players, and then you know where that the direction is going to be, going to go, where the end of the match is going to go. Going to be this time is big name versus big name. So, and some players have already qualified to the fourth round of the competition, which of course is the same as round of 16. And I'm sure before midweek next week, we'll be talking about semi-finals or even quarterfinal. Of course, now you have some resting period, resting days, and of course, we'll be talking about quarterfinals and then semi-finals, and of course by next weekend we'll be talking finals for the men's and the women's category. Well, world number 1 for the women's tennis, Aryna Sabalenka is still very much in the competition. As a matter of fact, she is a stronger contender to retain the title. That's winning it for another year running. After she won it in 2024, she could still win it in 2025. Now for Yannick Sinner, he has to still face competitions in Carlos Alcaraz, Novak Djokovic, and there's still Dani Medvedev in the fold. Of course, all of these players are still there to face Yannick Sinner. It's just how interesting the men's tennis can be. All right, that's about it for the Australian Open 2025. Now, for football, now let me just pick a few matches to talk about. I know that interesting. All the matches lined up for the English Premier League this weekend are interesting. Yes, Liverpool playing away at Brentford after some fire that they escaped in midweek against Nottingham Forest. They have to still travel to the GTEx Stadium, where Man City could not even win them in midweek. It was 2-2 that the game ended in. And Liverpool now will travel to play in London to face Brentford at the GTEx Stadium. It's one of those things. Arsenal also have a tough match coming up this weekend. Everton will hope to win their first game under the returning manager in David Moyes. But It's just one of the things. It's English Premier League. Anything can happen, by the way. So it's Arsenal, Aston Villa, Newcastle, Bournemouth, Brentford, and Liverpool. That's it. Coming up for the Premier League still. I know that Manchester City have got a game. Every game, as I said, in the second half of the season is a tough one. So don't say I didn't warn you. But Manchester City travel to play against Ipswich. So it might not be a tough one, but there's always an upset when you're talking about the English Premier League and club football action for the second half of the season. Now, Man U will face Brighton at home, Nottingham Forest versus Southampton. Now, for the Spanish La Liga, is Valencia, Real Sociedad, Real Madrid versus Las Palmas. That's it for one of the weekend matches in the Spanish La Liga. Still there now, Getafe versus Barcelona, Leganes versus Atletico Madrid. Now, for the German Bundesliga, Bayern Munich will continue from the 5-0 thrashing that they won in midweek as welcome Wolfsburg again, and another home match for Bayern Munich. Maybe another 5-0 or just a straight win is expected for Bayern Munich. Now, for Bayern Leverkusen, the host Borussia Mönchengladbach, Bochum versus RB Leipzig. Now, for the Italian Serie A, it's Atalanta, Napoli, Juve, and AC Milan. Yes, that's a tough one in the Italian Serie A for this weekend. Still in the Italian Serie A now, there is Inter and Empoli, Parma and Venezia, and of course Fiorentina versus Torino. That's another tough one in the Italian Serie A. And this is as much as I can take on the show this wonderful Saturday afternoon. I will be back in the evening for more sports update. This time, some matches will have been played in the Premier League and across Europe, and I'll be talking about the results and of course what to expect for the night's kickoff of football action. All right, my name is Derek Johnson.